Abraham Lincoln is often remembered as the great emancipator, a moral giant who freed the enslaved out of pure idealism. What is less understood is how cautious and politically constrained many of his early decisions were. At the start of the Civil War, Lincoln's primary goal was not the immediate abolition of slavery, but the preservation of the Union. He feared that moving too quickly against slavery would push border states to join the Confederacy, potentially dooming the war effort. This hesitation is often misinterpreted as moral weakness, but in reality it reflected a strategic calculation in an extremely fragile moment. Lincoln believed that without a nation, there could be no lasting freedom. He also suspended certain civil liberties, including the writ of habeas corpus, allowing people to be detained without trial. Critics then and now have seen this as authoritarian, but Lincoln argued that extraordinary rebellion required extraordinary measures. His reasoning was shaped by the belief that temporary restrictions were necessary to prevent permanent national collapse. These early decisions reveal a leader navigating between ideals and survival, forced to choose pragmatism over purity in order to keep the country from breaking apart. One of Lincoln's most controversial decisions was the timing and purpose of the Emancipation Proclamation. Many assume it was a simple moral decree freeing all enslaved people, but its legal reach was limited. It applied only to states in rebellion, not to loyal slave states, a fact often used to criticize its sincerity. However, Lincoln understood the proclamation as both a moral and military weapon. By redefining the war as a fight against slavery, he weakened the Confederacy's labor system and discouraged European powers from supporting the South. He also waited until after a Union victory to announce it, fearing that issuing it during defeat would appear desperate. Another misunderstood aspect of Lincoln's leadership was his tolerance of incompetent generals. Rather than replacing them immediately, he often waited, hoping they would improve or serve a strategic purpose. This patience frustrated the public, but Lincoln believed sudden changes could disrupt fragile command structures. His leadership style favored learning, adaptation, and timing over impulsive action. What appears to some as indecision was often deliberate restraint, shaped by the immense consequences of every choice he made. Perhaps the most misunderstood decision of Lincoln's presidency was his approach to the South after the war. He advocated for a lenient reconstruction, urging forgiveness rather than punishment. Many expected harsh retribution against Confederate leaders, but Lincoln feared that vengeance would prolong bitterness and division. His goal was reconciliation, believing the nation could not heal if resentment defined the peace. This position angered radicals who wanted justice through severe accountability, and it remains debated today. Lincoln also resisted portraying himself as a flawless moral authority. He openly admitted doubt, changed his views over time, and framed emancipation as both a moral necessity and a political evolution. His willingness to grow is often overlooked in favor of simpler heroic narratives. In his final speeches, Lincoln emphasized unity and humility, warning against triumphalism. His assassination froze his legacy, preventing Americans from seeing how his plans might have evolved. Lincoln's most misunderstood decisions were not mistakes of weakness, but choices made in uncertainty, shaped by restraint, empathy, and an awareness of history's weight. His greatness lay not in certainty, but in his ability to act wisely amid doubt.